Harry Williams here alongside Tim Wheaton to wrap up what was an incredible night of action at SENSHI 31 right here in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, the ancient theatre, the wonderful backdrop that we're provided here.
Yeah, this arena is absolutely gorgeous. Like, the arena is kind of the story, isn't it?
Yeah, the Roman history, 2,000 years of it, and then you have these warriors in a one-night, 8-man lightweight tournament that just doesn't happen anymore.
I know. This is just absolutely legendary from a cool arena and in the marquee division in 155. Now, the ending, though, Angelo Volpe fought extremely well all night. He was dodging. He was slick as a fox. What do you think of the ending? It was a brutal, brutal finish. However, was it a bit of a disappointment, a bit of a letdown? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, naturally, you get to that point in a tournament where there's the wars that Petrov had been through. It's going to take wear and tear. There's going to be some toll that takes on the body. I mean, when you go into a fourth round with Marian Lepiastu, you know, that's going to wear on the body. And Volpe had a couple of tough fights, but Petrov's, his road to the final just seemed that much tougher.
Oh, he went to war. Like, I'm surprised that he still came out after the 4-round war that you mentioned, because you can still see the bruising on his face. But that shin, what was it, dislocation or like the ACL popped out? We couldn't tell. It wasn't a snap.
Yeah.
But it looked like the shin disconnected from the knee.
Yeah. I mean, from our angle, from our angle, we're live here, so people passing through on the way out. From my angle, I couldn't see what exactly happened. It looked to me like it was just one low kick too many throughout the majority of the fight, and that was the tail of it. Like, he just ripped him to bits. He was the fresher man from as soon as it started. He walked to the ring with a bit more swagger. I think it was the crowd that carried Petrov through as long as it did.
The audience was so in it tonight. Yeah. It was a really good crowd.
And when you think of like the home fighters, you know, Atanas Bozilov, he was roared on by the crowd. You had like Petrov again, he was roared on. But when you think like the big moments of the night, the big finishes, you've got to think of Casado.
I know. It's just amazing moments. Can we talk about Benjamin Adegbuyi and Daniel Denev a little bit?
Yeah, of course.
I went to war.
Oh.
But I do wonder, at this point, this was a must-win situation for Benjamin Adegbuyi. He had a small skid in glory. He needed a win here. What do you think? He lost to a very young man who really rose to the occasion. But what's next for him?
I mean, he's no spring chicken anymore, is he? That performance, I mean, it showed that he can still do it. He can get back up after he's been knocked down. I mean, it's so easy for us to say just use your reach against the bigger guy, against the smaller guy, and just keep him at bay. But Denev was he was on him. He was in there like swimwear, just pushing him every single time that he got a chance, and he made him work. And so, but even to Benny's credit, the uppercuts he was landing as the fight went on, it seemed like he grew a little bit, like he got shocked by the power early on, because it did just like in the skirmish, it just clipped him.
Yeah, and it looks like he was winning until or he was active. I don't think Denev had a lot of answers, and then the knockdown happened, and it was a different fight after that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Another incredible fight tonight. I mean, the entire tournament was absolutely like a barn burner from start to finish, but you know, you got to sit down on comms. You got to call a couple of fights, the dulcet Canadian tones. So what else from your booth, sitting down there, were you able to read that the rest of us weren't? Because I mean, that's the best seat in the house.
It's odd calling fights because I got back to my computer because I know I had to do like the play-by-play of what happened in the fight. And it's weird calling fights because you're watching it and you're talking the entire time. I got to my computer and realized I had no idea what happened in the fight. Yeah. It's almost like you're not paying attention isn't the right word, but you're not watching the fight, right? No. You're experiencing something else because you're trying to talk to someone.
Yeah. I mean, as media, you're running back and forth, getting interviews done as well. Yeah. You know, you're quickly falling behind and catching up on results. But another Dutch heavyweight that impressed, Thomas Bridgewater.
Yeah, what do you think? So we got a 4th round in that fight. It was him facing a Glory veteran, and definitely, I think, put his stamp on it because it was a memorable performance from him. What was your read on the match?
It was, granted, I wasn't expecting Bridgewater to come out. I was kind of believing the hype that came with Asterin. I was expecting him to come out and not make easy work of it, not make light work, but I was expecting him to come out and just kind of control the fight a little bit more. But the athleticism and the zen nature, I mean, I spoke to Thomas about this, which have a look on the YouTube channel for it. He put it on him, and you know, he was throwing spinning back fist, jumping flying knees, and I asked him, I said, you know, you get to the end of the third round, you think you're done, and you go back to the corner, you have a mini adrenaline dump where you want the water, you want your t-shirt, you want to get out of there, and then there's a fourth round.
So what did he say?
He said, like, you know, you have to get in there, you have to readjust your mindset and get back in there because the job's not done.
It's not, and he came back and won. He did a good job screwing his head back on and won the fight against an opponent who probably had more experience. But he comes from the same camp as Levi Rigters and Michael Bolapea, and very incredible fighters there. And they came in with a sharp game plan and came out with a victory. But yeah, it was certainly a heavyweight slugger. You could tell it was a heavyweight fight. Yeah,
I mean, later this year as well, he said he wants in on the heavyweight Grand Prix. That's December the 5th.
Is it?
So...
Oh my God, we got Daniel Denev, we got Thomas Bridgewater. That could be some bops. That could be some bangers and a half.
It could be and a Christmas cracker.
Oh, absolutely. The last champion, the last heavyweight Grand Prix champion from Senshi, Agdev, went to one championship and picked up the heavyweight title there. So this is what I was talking about, Love. Like, the level of Senshi has a ton of depth because everyone who wins in Senshi, Milos Svetojenin, Ariel Mikado, the other K1 champion, Lucas Achterberg, and Agdayev. Like, these all people go to K1 or Glory and one championship and pick up titles there. So we're likely to see Angelo Volpe very much likely get poached by a Glory or whatever. And same with whoever wins the heavyweight tournament later this year.
And, you know, coming mostly from MMA, you see the feeder promotions now that you got the Cage Warriors and the FCCs and the Fight Pass promotions that have the deal where, you know, you perform well, you go on. Senshi's kind of in that position now where, as you say, they're going on to Glory or they're coming from Glory. You know, it's like a two-way road sort of thing where, you know, like Senshi's there now, where they can, you know, they are wanting to expand and get more out there internationally. And, you know, putting fights on like this, in venues like this. You know, we were talking about Verhoeven and music last week in an incredible setting.
Oh my God.
This only enhances the aura of the promotion.
Would it be better, like, we got the Roman Colosseum, we got the pyramids of Giza, like, we're doing a stadium in Germany for boxing. Wouldn't it be better in a warehouse? I don't know, in the desert. I don't know.
A warehouse in the desert or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, for me, this was like my first major kickboxing outing into the kickboxing world. You know, like, super impressed by everything I've seen at Senshi from top to bottom. Incredible stuff. I mean,
and organized, like, everyone's super chill. Everyone's easy to work with, from the fighters to the media people. Everyone, Grant sucks, but you know.
And just to round off, Angelo Volpe, what do you see from him next?
He's such a slick, cool fighter that he's frustrating for anyone to fight against. And, like, he doesn't give his opponent a target, but he also punishes them when he dodges. He's getting assigned by a Rise or a K1 or something like that. I have no doubt about that. Yeah, he has to. I don't. Maybe he fights a couple more times in Senshi this year, but, like, he's fighting for a title.
It's only May.
That's only May. But I think he's going to fight for a title in a Rise or a K1 pretty soon. That's my read.
Well, that's it for us here in Plovdiv. I keep messing up saying Plovdiv. It's been a long night. It's almost midnight. You know, it's time for us to hit the road. But thank you for tuning into all the coverage this week. For myself, Harry Williams, the kickboxing connoisseur, Timothy Wheaton.
Love it.
That is it.